Welcome everybody to RGTV. I'm yours truly, Kelvin. You may also call me Killer316, and today's review will be on The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, before I start this review, I would like to say that this is just my review, this is my opinions, and this is how the movie made me feel when I say these things I'm about to say in a few moments. So, let's get started. Right off the bat, I am going to say right now that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my favorite live action Spider-Man film ever made. I liked it more than The Amazing Spider-Man, which I am a huge fan of, and I liked it more than the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. I don't mean to bring his films in, but in my opinion, it really is better than the Raimi films. Now, in this film, the movie is doesn't have a dark tone like the original Amazing Spider-Man had, and I don't have a problem with dark tones for these comic book films, but I do not think it is necessary for every comic book film out there. For example, like Man of Steel, I don't feel like Man of Steel needed a dark tone to it. But anyways, this isn't about Man of Steel, it's about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, Spider-Man in this movie is just having the time of his life. He is loving being Spider-Man, and everyone in New York City is loving Spider-Man and supports him. So this is something I really wanted to see in Spider-Man. He's just happy, and it's really good to see this. So Spider-Man is funny, he's enjoyable and entertaining in this movie, just hands down. He really is. The performance by the cast in this movie are A+. Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker slash Spider-Man, he's the perfect choice for the role. He does the character justice. He plays it so damn well, and you would just love him in this film. Andrew Garfield is such a great actor, and I'm really glad that he portrays my favorite superhero along with Captain America being my other favorite superhero. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, man, Gwen, she is just so relatable and lovable and likable in this movie. Like, she's one of the things that makes this movie great. And one of the things I like about Gwen in The Amazing Spider-Man is that she's not a damsel in distress, which is something I really dislike. It annoys me sometimes depending on how the movie is and the situations of the movie and how the movie's written. But in this movie, Gwen is just beautiful. She's smart, and there's actually situations in the movie where she actually helps Peter while he's Spider-Man in situations, and it just shows you that she's just smarter than Peter. Like, she's a keeper. Like, and the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone in this movie is just top notch. It's perfect. If you thought the chemistry in The Amazing Spider-Man was phenomenal, and this one is taken up to another level in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Jamie Foxx as Max Dillon Electro. As Max Dillon, I love this character. He was funny. He was, awkward. He's someone that doesn't have friends. He doesn't feel like he's wanted in the world. He talks himself. Jamie Foxx does that very well. But once Max Dillon becomes Electro, man, Jamie Foxx, he's a total badass in the movie. Like, man, Electro, like, I love Electro in this movie. He was so damn good. For me, the highlight of the film was Dane DeHaan as Harry Osborn. He was born to play the character, in my opinion, and I love the chemistry between Dane DeHaan and Andrew Garfield. It was just so damn good, and I honestly wish we could have seen more of Harry in this movie. Obviously, you guys know that he becomes the Goblin in this movie, but I wish that in this movie, Harry would have just stayed Harry and not become the Goblin, because I would have loved to see the relationship between him and Peter a lot more, because it was really good when they were during their on-screen time for this film. So yeah, Dane DeHaan, phenomenal, born to play Harry Osborn, and just great. Now, another thing that's good about this movie is Spider-Man in situations with his web shooters. As you guys know, they're in the comics and stuff. There are situations where Spider-Man, where his web shooters probably don't work, or he runs out of web fluids and he has to improvise. You will see that in this movie, which I love. The movie, it makes you entertained, makes you laugh, and for me, the movie made me cry at one point in the movie. I'm not gonna say for what scene, but I cried in this movie. So Sony got me with that part. When Spider-Man is web swinging around the city, It's so much better than the Amazing Spider-Man, which I love his web swinging scenes in Amazing Spider-Man. But this one is just taken up to the whole nother level with his poses, the maneuvers he does. He's really having fun as Spider-Man, Peter Parker. He's just having the time of his life, as I said. And the web swinging was actually some of the best scenes of the movie. And the music and the score for this movie was top notch. I loved Hans Zimmer, what he did. It fit in so well in this movie. Now, cons, which is, the negatives for me, the movie felt a little rushed. Either it was rushed or a little bit rushed, but it felt that way towards me. That's what it felt like. And I really wish that this movie wasn't rushed because they have more guaranteed sequels anyways, and they tried to jam up a lot of things in this movie. The relationship between Peter and Gwen, and then Aunt May trying to be a nurse, and just all these things that are just jammed up. Like this movie tries to be the best summer movie, tries to be the best action movie, tries to be the best romance movie. It's just like some of these things it was just jammed up, and some of it just didn't work for me. Rhino, he was in the movie for like 4 to 5 minutes tops, not all in one scene. He was basically in the beginning and towards the end of the movie. I'm not gonna say what happened, but that's just how it was. I really wish Rhino could have been used more, but hey, that's Sony's part. I can't really bash the movie because it's more on Sony's part than it is the movie itself. Because Sony just doesn't let like these people that make the movie do their own thing, and the way this movie was marketed was just like bad. Like for example, there are scenes in the trailer that are not in the movie that are very important that they just edited out of the film, which I don't know why they would do that because some of the scenes were very important. Like when in the trailer where Harry's telling Peter that Oscorp had you under surveillance, that's not in the movie. Like, are you kidding me? Like that felt like an important part of the movie. And another con, as I said, I wish I could see more of the relationship between Harry and Peter because the chemistry between Dane DeHaan and Andrew Garfield was just amazing. Like, the relationship was good that you can tell that these guys were best friends when they were younger. Like, you can tell, but the fact that we didn't get to see them together more. And another con is I wish we could have seen more of Gwen Stacy in this movie because, Gwen was just so amazing in this movie. Like, I feel like she deserved more screen time. Even though I enjoyed every second she was on the screen, but that's just how I feel personally. And another con is that this movie, I guess you could say, was a setup towards something. I'm not going to say what because it's a spoiler, and this is a spoiler-free video, but it was a setup towards something. Now, so basically, if you don't understand, go see this movie. For me, this movie has more positives than negatives, so therefore I love the movie. It was the best Spider-Man film to date, in my opinion, and I will definitely be buying this movie first day it releases on Blu-ray. Now, for the post-credit scene, you guys will be disappointed. At least I know I was. The post-credit scene had nothing to do with the film. It was just for a marketing purpose. I'm not going to say for what, but basically, you don't have to stay after for the post-credit because there is no post-credit scene or mid-credit scenes for the movie that has to do anything within the Spider-Man universe. But anyways, that is my review on The Amazing Spider-Man. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. Comment down below. Let me know how you felt about the movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were there some things you liked about it? Were there some things you disliked about it? Did you like it more than you hate it? And subscribe to my channel for more good videos coming soon. Thank you guys very much for watching this, and you guys have a nice day.